The government of St. Lucia has announced stricter protocols to address the community spread of COVID-19. The laundry list of advanced protocols includes a massive scaling down of social activities. Prime Minister Alain Chastanet provides a breakdown of the 30-day protocols which took effect Friday, October 30th.
Work from home where possible. All agencies and businesses should implement a blended service operations approach where possible for the employees. The approach should allow for the functioning of all services and operations utilizing online platforms and standard health protocol where feasible. This recommendation aims to reduce the physical numbers in the workplace and curb possible transmission. Reduced mass crowd events. Mass crowd events are reduced from 50 to 25 people per venue, per activity. No special provisions will be extended for ground, space, or structural provisions. Religious institutions. Religious institutions are to be guided by the square footage of their respective spaces. Each religious institution must be aware of how many people can access the building, but the maximum number of people of 100 for those institutions that are very large. Business operating hours. Cease all business operations and commercial activities by 9 p.m.
Recommendations also include the continued closure of school for the next 30 days, no consumption of alcohol on premises of bars, strictly grab and go, no contact sports, and a limit movement advisory between the hours of 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Deputy Commissioner of Police Milton Daisy says that despite the voluntary curfew, law enforcement reserves the right to stop and question persons not adhering to the recommendations.
We would allow persons to police themselves. However, there may be instances where the police have to act, and we will act. We would be out there. We would be looking at a situation. Every situation would differ. You may have someone who is working late at night. These persons would be allowed to traverse the area and so on. So it is not a matter of having fixed sanctions, but it's more or less police using their discretion whilst on the road and doing it. And as I said, we rely a lot on individual responsibility.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sharon Belmar-George says a full list of businesses and sporting activities will soon be published.
For example, the essential services, the hospitality industry, the private security, for example, the utility companies, for example, as well, and some of the supermarkets, for example, who have deliveries and there are things to be done, the manufacturing industry as well. So there are some services which need to continue after that hour. They will be facilitated. Because at this point, as much as possible, we're trying to allow services that need to happen. But for the non-essential social activities, where we have groups of persons, these are the activities that we are trying to curtail at this point.
The next 30 days will be of critical importance for health officials as they race to curtail the growing number of cases. All St. Lucians are urged to play their part and take personal responsibility for the health and well-being of their loved ones. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.